even after all these years, I mean, even being done with school, I can still log into the University of Phoenix and use all of that.
Yeah, because we use Batson library.
Purge their databases. Oh, just get a subject, just like you doing a research project. That's what I do. When I'm not in school, I just purge databases and do research and read. And you figure out legit that is just not black people. It's skewed towards protecting the people who run the government's interests. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's skewed towards that. And these are the rules that you play, that you learn how to play in. So it's you saying behind the scenes and everything. You can get behind the scenes. People just don't do it. They don't take the time to go out there and do it. There's a lot of fucked up shit that I'm never gonna go.
And I'm gonna sit there and tell you, it's better to get the information off of college databases than it is Google.
Yeah, because that's what the
those are credible. The college is credible sources, so you can believe that you're true.
Credible, quote unquote. We'll have a whole conversation about that in person and other shit, because I'm not gonna do it online because they
the environment. What they have been through, whether it was good or bad, that builds who you become as an adult. And sometimes the mind becomes stuck in certain stages of our lives, things that we internalize and we don't talk about. We become, like I said, a prisoner of our own self, basically.
Yeah. And there's really no way of getting out of that unless you actually have a conversation. And that goes back to therapy. You have to be able to talk about this shit. And if you can't talk about it, go to therapy and have them help you figure that shit out. Mm-hmm. Because that's the only way that you can make sense of this shit, is having some kind of tool to learn how to deal with that conflict in your mind.
I can't wait to comment tomorrow on Facebook, because they got me fucked up. I'm telling Facebook to fuck off. I might get blocked for another 3 days.
Okay.
And it's sad that they are basing it like that. Like, I mean, it's a lot of people that's on Facebook that talk a lot of crap about black people, and I don't think that they are being blocked.
I think for a fact the motherfuckers not be black. I can sit there, go to the red page about black people right motherfucking now.
But I guess because of the cultural thing,
I could go rant probably about a whole bunch of Native American motherfuckers. Guess what?
People think that there's,
and I actually got Native American, like real Native American friends.
As opposed to fake ones?
No, but like I'm talking about, I'm not saying, but I'm talking about like people that I fucking know.
You got imaginary Native American friends?
Thank you, Will.
Fuck you. It's always been like that, though. That's so fucking funny.
Hey, you did say in the last video I was sarcastic as fuck. Okay, so I'm going to open it up for the Kanye discussion. Hey, you did say in the last video I was sarcastic as fuck. Okay, so I'm going to open it up for the Kanye discussion.
I need to be on live for this, Kanye. Let me go back live.
Don't take me,
because I'm pretty sure some motherfuckers gonna be mad about this shit.
Okay, like, the only thing I want to say about that is that I know a lot of teachers and nurses and cops and judges and politicians, all who participate in that shit.
I know. But they somehow, when they put on their professional hat and they come into a professional standpoint, they don't care.
We gotta address Kanye West.
They don't care. But this is another topic too. I think a good topic to bring up.
People gonna be mad and some of the shit that we got to say. And I know for a fact they're gonna be so mad.
Let's go.
I really don't care, but it's my opinion and your opinion.
Let's do it here.
And their opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because
Go ahead. What did Kanye West? What did
Only open us up, nigga.
So what you got? So
take us
open the discussion on what you feel about Kanye.
No. What did you want to talk about? What did Kanye West say that you brought up that you want to discuss? You're introducing this.
So, okay, and we're gonna bring up the fact that he talked about the slavery first. We're gonna talk about the fact that he talked about the slavery first. And we discuss on who feel what way about what, because I'm pretty sure one of us, maybe two of us, if not all of us, will probably get shunned and I probably get cussed out and I don't get no fuck. At the end of the day, Kanye said slavery was a choice. That's what he said. Kanye said slavery was a motherfucking choice.
Okay.
And,
go ahead. No, I want you to finish.
In my opinion, I agree with my nigga. I agree with Kanye. I fucking agree with Kanye. And then people, but the thing is, I'm gonna say why I agree with Kanye. It wasn't the fact that we know that they didn't willingly go. But at the same time, people gotta realize 400 years is a lot of motherfucking years to be enslaved by a group of people. And at some point you had to make the choice to either stay or leave, bro. And then you give examples of those who did make the choice to run, those who made the choice to die for what they believed in, and who fought for what.
So listen to what you just said, though.
What?
Listen to what you just said.
What did I just say?
You said you agreeing with him saying this, or you disagreeing with him?
I agree with him saying that.
Okay.
Green.
Okay. I agree with what Kanye was saying there.
And
like I said, I'm saying why I agree with the fact. It wasn't necessarily the fact that we know that they didn't willingly go, and we know, but also people got to realize shit. We started that shit.
Exactly.
You sold your people. You sold your own people for money to these white people.
You got to go back, even back farther than that. When we had kings and queens within our own,
they had servants.
They had servants, and who were the servants? The poor Black people. You get them? Their poor own culture. And then you get these motherfuckers, hey, we savages, you know, we gotta teach a motherfucker how to eat, read, sleep, or whatever we gotta do.
No.
You get what I'm saying? And then
No.
let me show you how we doing
this is how it all started. Basically, they were bought and traded for work.
Okay, yes.
That wasn't.
They wanted them.
That wasn't. Okay, that wasn't what was sold to whomever. It wasn't sold to the captors who were helping them. It wasn't so that they were going to be part of a chattel slavery system. And the problem was chattel slavery. I said chattel slavery was the worst form of slavery historically known to man because it dehumanized and made slaves property. It was never seen as a property thing. They could work their way.
Lord have mercy. I'm gonna probably get cussed out for that, but I don't get no fuck. You know, I can comment tomorrow. I can't comment today, but I can comment tomorrow. So I can't talk my shit today, but I will talk my shit tomorrow.
I just want to point out, it wasn't. It was a different form of slavery. So what do you think?
I believe people just misunderstood Kanye. He said what he said.
Understand?
People we come back to what we said. People reacted.
They did.
They reacted without even hearing the full interview. And you know the news and the public gonna make and social media and all that shit is gonna change the narrative. Exactly. That's what they do. They're gonna tell it how they want it to be. They gonna no. It's all about drama, bro. People love drama.
They do.
People read when there's drama, bro. So if I sit there and say Kanye West said slavery was a choice, if I don't tell what else was said, Kanye said slavery was a choice. You got me fucked up, bitch ass nigga. That's how people react. True. People didn't click on the link to be like, damn, what did he say? They just said Kanye said slavery was a choice. and they ran with it.
And reading has always been fundamental, but somewhere I think we got
People
lost
don't
in
read
just
no more. I feel like
looking at shit.
60% of the people can't read or comprehend what they read.
Definitely. Agreed.
Link, and I listen to Kanye, and I still disagree with him.
Oh, you disagree?
Let me hear your stance.
So since you disagree, what you got to say? Because I'm ready to get on ass about this shit.
Shamika, you know you can't beat me.
Hold up, you think I can't?
So did you challenge her?
Hold up. You think I can't, but I got something for that ass. Come on.
Sharpens iron, so it's not really about beat, but you can't beat me. So
Here it is.
how
I had to show it better.
How slavery wasn't a choice when you're an American system, and that was what we said before, the lack of a cultural identity. When you come to a foreign land, when you're taken from your home and what you know and retaught everything, then you are relying on the information that's given to you. And that's the same thing we're doing now.
Hold up. But they could read.
Yes, the information is still given to them by the masters, those who control
it was beaten into them, is what it was. It wasn't just.
So how was that a choice?
Because you could have chose to fight.
How?
How many other slaves chose to fight? Whether they died or won.
People don't look at.
How many other slaves chose to run, bro? They chose to stay.
We already
hold up, and then you had other slaves tell other slaves that these slaves ran.
True, but some of them people was already broken mentally, is what we don't really understand. The shit that they had to see, hear, and go through, it changes the perception of the human mind.
Some of them were already going through it with their own people.
Okay,
but maybe they thought that was the right way. Because it was their own.
Well, then you gotta blame it on your people.
Just like we think it's the right way, we don't really make a lot of noise when a black person kills a black person. No, we make a lot of noise when a white person kills a black person.
Hold up, this is not.
It's the same dynamics with slavery.
Bullshit. This is what I'm gonna tell you. No, it's not, because I guarantee you. They already feel like they're smarter than us, and they have a stronger force than us because they have the.
But they're not smarter than us, and it's already.
I'm not talking about white people, so you're for. I'm talking about. That's not because I'm not. We actually. I'm not gonna say what I really want to say because I might be blocked off this page, which I don't get no fuck. At the end of the day, I feel like some of us are a little smarter. But what I'm telling you is that our own people started this shit, so you already felt. That was the way to live through these people.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, to this day, on this day, it's the motherfucking military, everything's advanced. Even with them, everything is advanced. So if I'm sitting there at home right motherfucking now, like we sitting right here, and the motherfucking government or motherfucking whatever was like, you know what? I'm finna go take these motherfucking niggers. I'm about to take they bitch ass. You gonna go with them or you gonna fight?
First off, they ain't gonna make that decision.
What?
They're not. The government's not gonna make that decision. One thing.
I'm not saying that. But say if Great Britain, like, you know what? We're gonna invade the shit out of you, or Chinese. I want to invade the United States, and I'm finna go take these motherfuckers.
Second Amendment.
They came in your home to try to kidnap you and your family.
What
you gonna do? You gonna go with them? You just go, all right, here I come.
Second Amendment.
We already know the laws and shit ain't meant for us in the first motherfucking place.
But you have to think too. Some of these people, again, they don't talk about even the males. Like when they was taking them black men into slavery, they were actually raping them in front of the community. They were actually taking them up, and they were actually raping these men to break the integrity and break the spirits and condition their minds in a different sex.
But at the end of the day, you could not have fucked them.
You can't, but if you're mentally fucked already, how you gonna fight?
People mentally fucked to this day, and people ain't finna let nobody come in here and do shit.
I'm actually, Shamika, I'm gonna point that out, and this is what I want to say. Well, I'm answering your question one. The numbers, it's skewed towards people staying.
On this motherfucker.
Less people left.
I'm probably finna get cussed out tomorrow because I already know people gonna read this, hear this shit, and be like, what the fuck is she talking about?
So the skews, and I want to point, I say that a lot. Jay-Z was 100% right. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. It's skewed towards more people staying, which means there wasn't a choice. Two, listen, two, if...
Wait.
No,
I don't agree with you. I don't agree with that statement.
Nigga, if you got 21 and you count 1 through 20, you got 21.
You got
That's not what I'm trying to say. Numbers can be manipulated.
True.
Numbers.
Listen.
Numbers can be manipulated.
But they don't lie.
Someone's view.
They don't lie at all.
They do lie if they manipulate it.
The person's telling the man or woman who's telling you and interpreting the numbers is lying to you, not the numbers. The numbers aren't lying. It's the interpretation, and men and women use numbers and skew them. It's called framing. When you want to get your point across, you frame it so it makes sense and gets a reaction, and that's what humans do. And when you look at statistics and numbers and you use them to get people to make decisions, you frame it to make your thesis or your hypothesis legit. Second part, you say that, Shamika, that there was a choice, but if your child, if your kid,
if my kid, because I'm ready to get on answer.
Your kid didn't want to listen to what you were saying, what is that kid's choice? Do they just get up and leave?
I mean, if you choose to leave and let them see how that worked out for you.
Can they fight you?
They could.
The
choice is there.
But
they know better. They fucking know better.
They know better, and that's the same thing why it's not a choice. Because, quote unquote, they knew better. Why? Because they saw what would happen if they chose to do otherwise.
So how about we fix it and say
I don't personally whip my kids.
Shamika.
Let's say this then. Let's say at the beginning, it could have been a choice.
It was always a
when it first started out. Maybe it wasn't a choice.
It wasn't a choice for them to just get up and go with them.
When it started out, it was a choice. I mean, when it
started off, it was never a choice.
When it started off, motherfuckers could have been defiant. Motherfucker could have rebelled in the beginning before it got so bad to where they mentally started trying to pay some strain on our brain.
When they first came and got them people, we know they didn't really choose to fucking go with them.
Right.
But like you said, they was already mentally broken down from the same people who got the same skin as them. You was already broken down mentally.
Why were black people labeled savages?
Because we weren't understood. Because of the barbaric fighting that they had to do.
No. Why were Native Americans labeled savages?
Maybe because they weren't understood. Maybe because
we live in the wild, bro.
The people.
There you go. Listen, because it wasn't an organized civilization that ruling Europeans thought and said was how people should live. So you go to Africa, you go to America and see how they're living, even though they're living in a conflicting. So you got one tribe over here and they're fighting. That's how they live. Africans live the same way. They lived in tribes and they fought, but they coexisted.
That's what we do now.
They were considered savages only because of the way that they were living.
Oh yeah, I know that much. But at the end of the day, I still feel like 400 years was a long time to be dealing with some shit that you really didn't want to deal with.
And yet here we are in 2020 doing the same shit.
I mean, I stay out the way. And you know what? When they came for me, what I did, hit back on their ass. Fuck you thought. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, so you're in the...
I gotta shut up. They might try to come kill me. Shit. I know too much.
In the number skews, we're on the fight side and not the stay side, right?
We gonna die, Lonnie. We better stop her head. They gonna come knock at our door like, can you please come out? You're going with us, like, where are we going?
Look, I'm prepared for it. Like I told you, I'm actually come down there and
listen, I'm not going down without a fight. You're gonna have to kill me for real.
It's so much other shit like that really would fuck you up about how the systems ran and how people are being controlled. It's so much fucked up shit.
And it all starts with the mind. Whenever you dissect it,
you want to know how we being controlled now? By brands, bro.
Money.
Major brands.
Money. Everybody. The internet.
Money.
It is money. But it's the brands now. Everybody want to have Gucci. Everybody want to have Louis. Everybody want to have
people right now.
Mason Margiela. Everybody want to have Salvatore Ferragamo. Like, it's these brands now. We are.
But why?
But let's hear me out.
Why?
We are skewed to believe this is what we should be wearing based on people who really don't have shit.
Exactly.
But why?
But why wasn't we skewed that way?
Why?
It is because of the money.
Yeah, because it gives you a level of wealth. It makes you look wealthy. It makes you look like you got money if you can afford Ferragamo, Gucci, and all this other shit.
No. It ain't that you can afford it. Is you prioritize priorities. People would rather have a Gucci belt than a crib, like you said.
And then it's also
motherfuckers would rather have an iPhone than a goddamn car.
You go to the club.
Or rather have Pellies than buy a car. Like you done paid $2,000 for a Pelly when you could have paid $2,000 for a car.
You go to a club and
now you a fly ass nigga walking down the street or on the bus.
Exactly.
You go to the club and you see a motherfucker dressed nice. There is a general assumption that the motherfucker got money.
I went to the club for my homie birthday party the whole weekend, and I realized a lot of people sell drugs and they still broke.
Right, but the general assumption is that the motherfucker got money, right?
No, the general assumption is, my general assumption was that you motherfuckers is broke in here.
I said the general assumption. My assumption ain't that either. I know a motherfucker just using it as a flash method, and all he doing is going out to get party. He selling. I've seen it. Selling drugs, saving money for the day to go to the club to get laid that night. Do the same thing. You knew who we grew up with. How many people did that? How many people were stuck in that cycle? I'm gonna sell drugs all day, get fresh, go to the club, get laid, start the whole cycle over the next day.
And more than likely, when you got laid, you either took them to a hotel, so you cashed out. You cashed out for the cat.
Cash out for the wolf. So this is what you living for. Like you literally use all of your time to fuck for 20 minutes.
Not even 20.
And this is the way that the mind is conditioned. And then all these music videos, again, it's peer pressure, and it has to do with social too as well. Videos and things that we're watching, we think that this is the norm. Oh, we want to be like that. You know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is. It's a waste of time, and it's a waste of talent, and it's a waste of money.
Well, like we said, you could be researching and going on the internet or whatever and trying to figure out why is this going on and what can you do to be a solution to the problem versus saying, hey, I want just all of the glitz and glams to just be a 5-minute man. I don't understand.
You beat my punchline. I was like, I just want to get my dick wet. You said a 5.
Sorry. Y'all
get y'all food and y'all got to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, because they
just came down here.
I'm just being honest, but they like, you know, this
the type of shit they need to be hearing anyway, because they teenagers.
Even though
start them off young, so they won't be fucked up in life dealing with.
I said it, but at the same time,
badass men.
That's the truth, and it's annoying because we got so many fucking talented people in the black community, and that shit's being wasted just to get laid for no reason. Like
exactly.
Think about it. If you can sell drugs, you know how to run a business.
Supply and demand. That's what controls the economy. Like, if you can...
All you got to do is factor in the government share of their money, because that's all they want.
And controlling inventory. You're controlling inventory. Like, legit, that's all factories do. Match supply with demand and control inventory in the middle.
At least you know.
I just don't want to sell drugs. It should...
You can go to jail for that.
It's not fun. I didn't know anybody growing up who sold drugs and thought it was fun.
I know motherfuckers that be stressed the fuck out.
Time.
I want to be asleep all day. I'm just too tired. Like, you'd have been up for 72 hours. Mm-hmm. You could have been running a business.
You could have. And having more money. So,